Think outside the square and go for the most creative solution. Hold your emotions in check and think rationally. There was one god in the ancient world that was valued for his inventiveness and ingenuity above all others, Vulcan. In his Greek embodiment, Hephaestus, he was both respected and courted by the other gods for his skills, yet scorned as well, for he was not perfectly physically formed, as were the other gods. In fact, when Hera, his mother, saw what she had borne, she flung him from Olympus down to the island of Lemnos on Earth. The airport there today is called Hephaestus. Here, Thetis, who was also eventually the mother of Achilles, raised him, and he invented the art of blacksmithing. There was nothing that Vulcan could not make. His creativity and inventiveness abounded. He made items that were not only beautiful, but supremely practical for their intention. The winged boots of Hermes were made by his hand. The armor of Achilles, Helios's sun chariot, the unbreakable chains that held poor Prometheus to his rock, and incredibly the first woman, Pandora, was also his divine handiwork. It is his intelligence and mastery that shines through when we see how he tricks the rather unmotherly Hera into allowing him not only into Olympus again, but also granting him the hand of the most beauteous of goddesses, Aphrodite. Vulcan never quite forgave his mother for her slight upon him, and he made her a golden throne that was untouched in its artistry, under the guise of a gift. Hera accepted it, how could she not? But as soon as she sat on it, mechanical coils sprang forth, trapping her in the chair, and no matter how hard she tried, she could not free herself. The sun she looked so down upon now had the upper hand, and negotiated his return into the mountains of Olympus, with Aphrodite as his wife. When you need to think outside the box, when you have run out of ideas, when you need to create something very practical to solve a problem, Vulcan is your god. Celebrating or further developing your uniqueness and cognitive abilities are also a Vulcan trait. It is said that the geeks inherit our Earth now. These are the people who use their minds and inventiveness rather than their force and brawn. This is very much something that Vulcan would appreciate. Using your rationality rather than your emotions to make decisions may be the way to go, should Vulcan step forth in your life today. On the shadow side, never using the heart and only the head is also not the most optimum path. Vulcan, for all his pragmatism and skill, was not lucky in love. Aphrodite cuckolded him with hot-blooded Ares, partially due to his coolness. Those that are different in some way are sometimes feared. Vulcan's appearance and his magical skills as a smith made him difficult to understand for those who did not take the time to know him more deeply. Is there someone you fear or are intolerant of because of their difference or skill? Or are you yourself the victim of this? Intolerance is a theme running through some of Vulcan's stories, so ask his assistance in coping with this should it be affecting you in any way.